Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. So I want to talk about something that's not being discussed. I see in articles, anything like that. They using the term scapegoat. But what's not being said is the willingness and the toughness of Mikey Garcia. Now, for real, I have Errol Spence winning this fight. I'm going to try and find a way to hedge my bet so I can make some money either way. You know, like Errol Spence winning versus Mikey Garcia winning, or Errol Spence for the knockout versus Mikey Garcia winning. Anyways, try and find a way to, I think I'm going to hedge my bet because I think the odds are going to be too high to, not too high, but, you know, maybe it'll be 4-1, 3.5-1, and maybe I can hedge it and make money that way. But what's not being taken into account for is Mikey's willingness to desire and go after this fight. Now, I know he's a huge underdog, and we've had so many stories of fighters moving up in weight. I've talked about it in other videos. But I salute Mikey Garcia, and I covered the Robert Garcia and Mikey Garcia fight, and I had a chance to get as intimate as I ever been with no homo pause. I know it's all my Y2K kids and shit, but I never been that intimate with Mikey Garcia. I've only interviewed him in a interview setting. I've never really, I genuinely believe that I was able to really spend time with Mikey Garcia as it relates to like just getting to know the man, like seeing him move, you know what I mean? Because that was a long press week, media week. It was like, it started like Tuesday. And by Thursday, I literally was just, not the term hanging out. I didn't go to dinner with the guy and nothing like that. I'm talking about just, I think I spent a total of probably, 12 hours with Mikey Garcia. And that's a lot of time, you know, between the media workouts, the press conference. And Mikey Garcia never rushes off in terms of interviews. Like if Robert ain't pushing him, or his chef, or his team, or his brother, or his uncles, or ain't pushing him, he gonna stop there and talk. And go watch my interviews I did, and I covered that fight. And I said Mikey, obviously on different levels, honestly, but he and I are similar to a certain degree, where we smile to appease and to allow the opponent to let their guard down. And internally, he's a savage. Mikey Garcia is a hell of a competitor. Obviously, he competes on if I'm competing at a 5, he's definitely competing at a 10 in terms of the level. So I'm not drawing a comparison in terms of professional athlete, in terms of me being a novice. That's not where I'm coming from. I'm talking about just the mindset. Me is probably in the business room, and Mikey Garcia in the ring, you know. And I gained a lot of respect for Mikey Garcia that week, and you can really hear it. And when I'm interviewing him, actually, I wasn't even interviewing. I was just really having conversations with him. And Mikey Garcia told me, like, for real. He said, I'm going to prove you. I'm going to show you. And I believed him when he said it. Like, he literally looked me in the eye and says, like, you know how like, your best friend tell you something? And you're like, oh, he's serious. Like, Mikey Garcia looked me in the eye. I'm talking to him. I remember it vividly. We're walking to an elevator after he beats Robert Easter. And I'm the first person in the line to interview him, so I get to shoot like 5 or 6 questions, like before anyone else can catch up, because I'm waiting for him at the door because I know which way he's going, right? And we were having a conversation, and you can see it on my YouTube channel too. It wasn't really like I was interviewing him, because I literally ran out of. I mean, you don't run out of questions, but it becomes redundant. So you just have a conversation about like his well-being and his mindset and where he's at. Kind of like spiritually, mentally. You guys go to my videos and you'll see it. But he looked at me, and when he looked at me and said that, I was like, I believe this dude. Like, you, and I even said it. I said, you really a dog. I believe you, Mikey, in terms of accepting the challenge and to wanting to go. Because at the beginning of the week, if you look at my interviews, I was questioning him as to is he just calling out Errol Spence and Keith Thurman for clout. And I asked Robert Garcia that as well, for clout chasing. And he said, and Robert Garcia said, no, he really wants to fight Errol Spence, and he sees something that maybe we don't see. And I actually told him that too. I said, "What do you see?" And he kind of winked at me like I know what the hell I'm gonna do to beat him. You know, it's kind of like was it NC State beat Villanova or somebody? I forget. Like you just know you're gonna win, and there's Mikey Garcia has no doubt. Like Evander Holyfield had no doubt. Mikey Garcia has Evander Holyfield type of confidence. When no one, I don't care what nobody say. No one, 9.5 people picked Mike Tyson to beat Evander Holyfield. Man, I'm being real. Like it was a small selection, and I was in college when that happened because I remember talking about it on the Hill. We called it on the Hill in the dorms. 96, 97. And I picked Mike Tyson to win, and Mike Tyson couldn't find him. You know, Evander Holyfield outwilled him, outboxed him, outsmarted him, and Mikey Garcia has that Evander Holyfield confidence versus Errol Spence, and I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see the build up to it. Hopefully, it gets official. And what's holding us back is some details on the fight. I mean, you guys have common sense. Obviously, the money and all that, the location, but some intricacies about the fight itself. And if you guys have common sense, you guys can figure that out. But there's some small details that they want to figure out. Hopefully, they can come to an agreement. Hopefully, Errol Spence will agree to some of the Mikey Garcia terms to make this fight go. Hopefully, Mikey Garcia will agree to some of the terms that Errol Spence wants. But anyways, man, it's gonna be an exciting event. It's gonna be a great fight to cover. And what I don't want, here's what I don't want, because I'm a big Mikey Garcia fan now. Not fan, forgive me. I support him. The reason why I'm going to extract the word fan is because it's going to be taken out of context once this fight is signed. I thought you was a Mikey Garcia fan. Listen, I think Errol Spence is a better fighter. But what I don't want is all these racist Mexicans coming to my channel, and they're gonna come. But I'm just giving you guys a headway in the comment section. I'm not gonna block them. I'm gonna let them say what they want to say, right? But they're gonna start coming to all these black channels. I guarantee all these racist Mexicans that use nigger and mayate and you know, they're gonna start coming to these channels and start saying, "Oh, you're just picking the black guy." Listen. 9 out of 10 people is picking Errol Spence to win this fight. Okay? Your favorite Mexican channel is picking Errol Spence to win this fight. Okay? They're going to build the fight up in terms of hope. Barack Obama hope. But in reality, if they have $10 in their pocket and they say bet it, they're going to put their money on Errol Spence. So I just want all the Mexican fans that are going to come to the boxing, they're going to come to all these black channels or Latino channels, say, "Oh, you're picking them because you're white, Asian, black." No. Errol Spence on paper should win this fight inside 6 rounds. Okay? Now, Mikey Garcia, hopefully you let me cover your camp. We have no qualms. I mean, it's just the drive, man. Riverside is just so far. Ellie, I might need to carpool with you. But I'm just elated and excited, man. I think Errol, see, here's a great thing about this fight. It's not going to be much trash talking. These guys just want to fight. And that's the beauty of it. And why I'm happy is we got a lot of distractions that's going to build into this fight. So we're not just sitting waiting. You know, like in the 90s, we had to sit and wait for the fights because it was really only one network, HBO. Showtime did some fights, but until Floyd Mayweather went over there, it was just strictly like all HBO for the most part. Showtime had some off-brand fight. I mean, they had some fights, you know what I'm saying, but that's Chavez, but you know, that was later on with Don King, I believe. So anyways, man, barbershop conversations. After he left HBO, I believe he went to Showtime, right? If I'm not mistaken. I'm drawing. It's been like 20 years since I've had these memories, so you got to help me if I'm not mistaken. So anyways, man, barbershop conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. So this video was just a salute Mikey Garcia. I think Mikey Garcia is an admirable man, admirable fighter. I'm not betting on Mikey Garcia. I admire the man, and you know, Mikey Garcia knows me. I mean, from that vantage point, he knows he's a huge underdog, and he wants to shock the world. And if he shocks the world and wins this fight, hmm, if he shocks the world and wins this fight, let me tell you. I mean, this fight is so wide. I'm not even doing a prediction video on this. It's no point. For me, honestly, for real. It's no point in me. I need to break down that Broner Pacquiao fight. Like, that's gonna take 3 weeks for me to do. You understand? And I thank God I got 3 weeks. You know what I mean? After December 22nd, I'm not even doing a prediction video on December 22nd. so I got time. So I got Broner Pacquiao to focus on at the top of the year. So I think that's my next prediction video. That's worth it, right? No, maybe Hooker and Salcedo. Maybe I can do something on that. And I think if you guys have any other predictions that you think may be close fights, let me know. Like, I'm not even doing a prediction video on Mikey Garcia, Errol Spence, Jamel, the Charlo brothers. If you guys want, well, Vegas has it less than a 2-1 favorite, so I'll break down Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. So I got December 1st, January 19th. I might do Salcedo Hooker, and we're going to go for this. Anyways, man, barbershop conversation. Salute to Mikey Garcia. I applaud you. I admire you. And we're moving forward. So barbershop conversation. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.